idea why.
You're exactly right, Terry. Well, the concern with Weaver, with that outing against the Dodgers was what was going on with the velocity, which at this point we know has been suffering. But also, you look at location, not as sharp as he was against the Cubs in that first outing. And the Dodgers let him know. There's a lot of pitches up there, Terry. What concerns me, if you watch his video, you don't see a whole lot of follow-through. The finish with his arm, maybe trying to create some velocity and even get more spin on his breaking ball. So, yeah, that also caused concern for the Angels, who sent him out to get an MRI on his neck yesterday, and we got those results now. But the line tells you the whole story, Terry. We know how much of a fighter he is, how much he wants to win, and, of course, now we know maybe why he has not been able to finish off his delivery.
Well, 3 home runs allowed by Weaver in that game just a couple days ago. Earlier today, we had a chance to get more from Angels manager Mike Scioscia.
To go over the MRI results with Dr. Gourmet today and meet with a specialist tomorrow. We'll take it one step at a time, and it feels a little better today, so we're encouraged, but we're going to make sure we don't miss anything and he's ready to go.
Even with this, could this set him back a little bit as he being more cautious?
We'll see. We'll see where we are. We really don't know what direction we're going to go. We'll have a couple contingencies, but hopefully it's not setting him back very much, and he'll be ready for the start of the season.
Nerve issue as far as that neck for Jared Weaver. Well, Jose, with Weaver maybe becoming a bit of a question mark. We know C.J. Wilson is one for the Angels this spring as well. Maybe a little bit added pressure, but another good opportunity for Nick Tropiano, who we'll see today.
That's how things happen here. Last year, we're talking about a guy named Drew Rosinski, who got himself into that rotation at the very end by going out there and getting the job done and really impressing. Tropiano, same opportunity. To me, he has a very good chance to be on this rotation, regardless, because of C.J. Wilson, especially being a little tardy right now. But his stuff is playing out so well. He averaged over strikeout an inning in the big leagues last year, and Mike Scioscia knows he's got the guts. He's got some presence. He works fast. He keeps the infielders heavily busy, and for sure you need somebody like that with a quick tempo to go out there and get the job done like Tropiano.
Let's stay with Angels pitching. Yesterday we saw Houston Street make his debut in the Cactus League. That was against the D-backs.
It was good to see him. Little tightness of that calf has now disappeared, and Houston was Houston. This gentleman, of course, along with the backside of that bullpen to Joe Smith, are remarkable. Joe Smith has made 146 appearances in 2 years with the Angels, setting up and sometimes being the closer for the Angels. And Houston, 315 career saves, Terry, 40 for the Angels last year, even though he missed some time because of groin issues. But nonetheless, it was good to see him with that pinpoint control. We know what they mean. They know what each other means to them. And these are two guys that are going to be depending on hitting spots, not the velocity you see from other closers or setup guys. But no, nonetheless, they get the job done.
Well, the Angels and the Dodgers here today. Nick Tropiano will go for the Angels. He will be facing Zach Lee, who will get the start for the Dodgers. And Jose, after this, we won't see the Dodgers again until we get back to Southern California.
Right, and the same fever and atmosphere we see here, we will see it all back in South Cal for the Freeway Series, the exhibition, and then for 4 games in the regular series.
Absolutely. Always added excitement when these two teams match up. Today, no exception. Friday afternoon baseball here in Glendale. It's the Angels and the Dodgers. We'll have the lineups and the start of the action coming up next on Fox Sports West.
back to Angels baseball here at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, Arizona, home of the Dodgers. Nick Tropiano on the mound for the Angels today. I'm Alex Curry, and the Angels took on their crosstown rivals for the second time today in 3 days, and the last time they met a couple days ago. There was a lot of action with the Angels tying it up in the 9th inning, 13-13. So let's see what manager Mike Scioscia has in store today, starting with the Angels lineup. Leading off for your Angels at shortstop, number 7, Cliff Pennington. Batting second in right field, number 39, Rafael Ortega. DH today, CJ Cron. Batting cleanup at first base, Ji-Man Choi. Batting 5th and behind the plate, number 18, Giovanni Soto. Batting 6th in center field, Craig Gentry. Batting 7th in left field, Todd Cunningham. Batting 8th at third base, Ray Navarro. Batting 9th at second base, Sherman Johnson. And on the mound, Nick Tropiano making his second start. Now leading off for the Dodgers, Jock Peterson. Batting second, Corey Seager. Batting third, Yasiel Puig. Batting cleanup, Adrian Gonzalez. Batting 5th, Austin Barnes behind the plate. Batting 6th, Rob Segedin at third base. Batting 7th, DH Sean Zagara. Batting 8th out in left field, Corey Brown. And batting 9th at second base, number 11, Micah Johnson. And on the mound for the Dodgers, you got Zach Lee. Should be a fun matchup today between these crosstown rivals. So let's send it upstairs right now to Terry Smith and Jose Mota for the call.
Well, we are just about ready for baseball here on this Friday, as the Angels and the Dodgers will square off for the second time in 3 days. This will be the final meeting between the two teams here in Arizona in spring training play, and then they'll have 3 more exhibition games coming up when we get back to Southern California, and 4 matchups during the regular season. Those 4 will come in the month of May. Here's the first pitch today, and that one is a little bit low on the leadoff batter, Chad Pennington. We're underway. The count, 1 ball, no strikes. Zach Lee looks like a quick worker as he delivers that one inside. And the count goes to 2-0. Pennington is 3 for 16 so far this spring. Angels have left the large majority of the regulars back in Tempe today. And the next pitch, that one is fouled off on the left side. Pennington checking the bat, wasn't sure whether he cracked it or not, and it looks like he must have. He's heading back for some new lumber.
So Lee throws a heavy fastball. You can see it there. Pennington was thinking that ball was going to stay more over the middle. Had that pull swing pulling away, and that ball ran out over the plate, tailing, and with that heavy sinking action, got it off the end of the bat.
Lee ready, and the next pitch that's lifted in the air into left center field. Chasing is Brown. That ball is going to go by him, and that one is off the wall in left center. Stopping at second base with a leadoff double is Chad Pennington, and the Angels are threatening here in the first inning. The batter will be Rafael Ortega.
It's a nice piece of adjustment from the foul ball, broken bat off the end of the bat, thinking pull, and now he learns stay closer a little bit more and drives that ball the other way. Nice sound there coming off the bat of Pennington.
Yeah, that new bat a little bit more productive than the first bat he had here in this matchup. So here is Ortega, left-handed batter. Zach Lee, who's pitching for the Dodgers, is a big right-hander, 6'3", about 225 pounds, 24 years old. He made 1 start for the Dodgers last year and got roughed up in that one. Pitched solid baseball at AAA. Here's a bunt, a good one on the third base side. The pitcher Lee is going to have to hurry the throw, and he just gets it there to Nip Ortega. But on the play, Pennington moves over to third on the sacrifice bunt. Angels have a runner there with 1 out for CJ Cron.
Well, Terry, this has been a pattern for the Angels here in spring training. A lot of opportunities early in games created in many ways. With the regular players, now we've got the Pennington fill-in, and Ortega doing a fine job, continues to handle the bat well, and that provides chances for guys like CJ Cron.
Angels have already had 5 sack bunts so far this spring. Infield is in, and the pitch, that one is tipped foul over by the batter waiting on deck, Ji-Man Choi. Cron is 4 for 19 in spring training action with a pair of runs batted in, and he's in an RBI situation here.
And these are big situations for him to learn from immediately.
Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball on the right side, breaking for the plate, and getting thrown out is Pennington. So the contact play was on. Adrian Gonzalez ranging to his right with the infield in to stop that one, and his throw was in time. He's a Gold Glover many times and made a nice play to cut down the runner trying to score.
Adrian was positioned so well by the Dodgers on the defensive side, off the line totally, where he was able to use that glove side, snap that throw quickly, and Pennington made it quite interesting, trying to get in with that left hand on a nice tag there by Barnes at home plate. Just got him.
So fielder's choice. Play at the plate goes first baseman to catcher, 3-2. And now here's Choi, who cuts to that one and fouls it off on the left side out of play.
There's more talk and importance, Terry, paying attention to when there's a pronounced shift on somebody, but that was just good positioning all the way around, giving Cron that whole first base line and guessing on right-handed hitters as to where they might put the ball in play. That was a fine job there by Gonzalez and the staff.
Here's the next pitch. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zach Lee, a former first-round pick of the Dodgers back in 2010. 28th selection overall in that draft. He was an outstanding prep football player as well. Very good high school quarterback who was recruited by many major schools. LSU was one trying to sign him out of high school, but he went with the Dodgers after they made him that first-round pick in 2010. 2-1 is the count here on Choi. Base runner at first is Cron with 2 outs. No score, just underway in the first. And the pitch. That's a liner through into right center field. Cron is going to head for third. Throw by Puig will be a little bit offline, so the Angels will have him at the corners with 2 outs. A base hit for Ji-Man Choi, and now it brings up Giovanni Soto.
So Ji-Man Choi continues to be a guy that Mike Scioscia and the rest of the coaching staff keeps paying attention to. Very consistent all spring on his approach, his pitch selection. He'll take his walks, but mainly everything hit on the line.
So at the plate is Soto. Angels have had 2 hits in the inning, still trying to get on the scoreboard. Threatening with 2 outs. Soto just 1 for 10 so far this spring. He has driven in a run, and he takes that one for a strike. Mentioned earlier, many of the Angels regulars back in Tempe today. Trout, Pujols, Calhoun, Simmons, Escobar, Giovitella, Carlos Perez, Daniel Nava did not make the trip here to Camelback Ranch. Count is 0-1, and the pitch. That's hit well into left field. That ball is really hit into left field, and it is out of here. Boy, that one there clearing the bullpen out there in left field. No doubter by Giovanni Soto. It's 2-0. Now the Angels have a 3-0 lead.
Well, Giovanni Soto wastes no time on allowing the guy on the mound to provide the speed and the power, just dropping that barrel. And for the Angels, what a welcome it is to have some type of offense from their catchers, something that lacked so much last season. But Soto, who connected for 9 home runs, under 200 at bats last year, his balls have been popping off of that bat all spring.
So the Angels end up cashing in after all with 2 outs. The 3-run shot. Gentry, the batter. And the next pitch on him, that's a little bit outside.
Anytime you can score after 2 outs, it is a huge plus for your team and a boost, and also a confidence knocker for the guy on the mound.
Here's the next pitch, and that one bounces in. So as Gentry bats, he's the 6th batter up in the inning. Angels have had a single, double, and 3-run homer here in this first inning. Off to a good start today. Here's the next pitch, and that one missed. That home run, the 5th homer hit for the Angels this spring, and the Angels are playing game number 11 now in Cactus League play. Here's the 3-1. Chop foul over on the left side.
Always good to see Mike Scioscia catching up with so many of his close friends here with the Dodgers. Mike Scioscia had a following when he was taking the field today, Terry.
He did.
Not only just the fans, but in fact, a lot of former Dodger players.
Next pitch, checking the swing on that one, and going around is Gentry. He knew it, struck him out. The inning is over. But the Angels capitalized with 2 outs. A 3-run homer by Soto, his first home run this spring. Angels 3, Dodgers coming to bat. Bottom of the first we go on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. So as right-hander Nick Tropiano gets ready to work today, he has a 3-run cushion. Angels had a leadoff double in the top of the first by Cliff Pennington. Single by G-Man Choi. 3-run homer by Giovanni Soto and have a 3-0 lead. So Jock Peterson will lead it off. We're told he's going to bat once, and that will be it for him today. So we'll see if the scouting report we got is correct. Pitch is in there for a strike.
Scouting, insider, whatever you want to call it. Better be on the money, Terry.
Yeah. Heard that Trace Thompson will take over for Peterson when we get to the top of the second. He'll be out there in center field. Pitch was in there. It's 0-2 on Jock Peterson.
2 nice pitches for Tropiano to begin with. Running away.
Shift is on. 3 on the right side of the infield, and the next delivery, that one is tipped foul. Well, Dave Roberts, the manager of the Dodgers, first-year skipper for them, saying earlier today that Jock Peterson has won the center field job here this spring. We're only on the 11th of March. Here's the pitch, and that one is outside. It misses.
And for Jock, Terry, that's welcome news, because he really went into a slide second half of the season to the point where he lost the starting job in center field.
Yeah. Kind of a tale of 2 seasons a year ago.
Terry, after 11 at-bats, it's all his. Done deal.
Here's the pitch. And that one did not miss by much. Quinn Walcott is calling balls and strikes. The other umpires are Corey Blazer, Jordan Baker, and Roberto Ortiz.
Time for the youngsters to get their work in.
Here's the next one. And that one misses low. So it's a full count on Peterson with Corey Seager waiting on deck.
He will walk, he will hit for power, and he will strike out. Already showed the Angels the power a couple of days ago.
He had a home run against Jared Weaver in that game on Wednesday, and there he gets a two-strike single. He beats the shift as he bounces it through on the left side out to Todd Cunningham. So Peterson has a leadoff hit for the Dodgers, and Corey Seager will be the next batter.
That was a nice piece of hitting there. Very nice protecting the outer half, cutting down, and also utilizing information on the previous fastballs he had seen that were tailing away.
Seager, young shortstop, just 21 years old, left-handed batter. We have a few left-handed hitters in this lineup against the right-hander Tropiano, and the pitch that's fouled back on the left side out of play.
This young man, so impressive. In his call-up last year, 27 games, Terry, and we saw him for some time. He looked like a veteran big league shortstop who had been there for 5 or 6 years. Played like an all-star, hit .332. I mean, it's on base in the big leagues. First time up there. Consider that. It was over 400. And he was a starting shortstop during the playoffs, taking over Jimmy Rollins.
Next pitch, that's inside. Snap throw to first. Just hustling back goes Jock Peterson. Corey Seager, former first-round pick of the Dodgers. And certainly a player a lot of people are predicting will be in the mix for the Rookie of the Year award in the National League this year. Here's the next pitch. That one outside. Some people saying he's kind of the National League's version of Astros shortstop Carlos Correa.
Correa is a super stud. Seager has, yes, that type of projection too.
Again, a toss over to first. Tropiano is a pretty good move.
It may not be too long, Terry, before we're talking about Correa and to talk about the best player in the game if he continues that rise.
He was fun to watch last year for the Astros. Sure was. Again, a toss over to first, and another pretty close play over there.
I think we'll agree as to who is, I guess, the face of baseball and the best player in the game right now, and he wears number 27 for the Halos.
Yep. So Tropiano ready. 2-1 delivery. Chopped on the first base side. That is a foul ball.
Had a chance recently back in Mariners camp to talk to his brother Kyle Seager, outstanding third baseman for the Mariners, and Kyle said his biggest advice to his brother is go out there and continue to play the game the way that we were taught by Pops. Have a good time, keep it simple, no need to be fancy, and you'll see the results as Kyle has found himself.
Next delivery, and that is lined into right field. So the first two batters have had two-strike hits. Heading for third and beating the throw is Peterson on at first with a single as Seager. And here in the bottom of the first inning, the Dodgers have some things going their way. Yasiel Puig will be the next batter.
Well, Tropiano came into this game not having allowed a hit in a couple of innings, and now two lefties, 2 hits, and they have spread the ball around with a couple of lineas in either direction.
So here's Puig. We did not see him on Wednesday in Tempe when these two teams had that wild ball game that ended up a 13-13 tie. Puig has had 8 at-bats this spring with 3 hits and 3 runs batted in.
And clearly a thinner version of Yasiel Puig. He did exactly what the Dodgers baseball operations wanted him to do in the offseason. Trim down, stay on the field.
And the pitch, that one is taken for a strike. Puig only appeared in 79 games last year. He had a hamstring problem last season.
A recurring hamstring problem, just could not stay healthy.
The year before with the Dodgers, a hip problem, and the next pitch, that one is outside. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
One of the things that Puig has been working on a lot here in spring with his stance is to be shorter to the ball, but also the rollout to the shortstop, left side of the infield. trying to just get his timing just slightly later to drive the ball to the big part of the field more often.
Here's the next pitch. This is grounded sharply to short. Should be two. Flip to second, one. Relay to first. It is a double play. Peterson will score on the twin killing, but the Angels will take that. So now two are gone with no one on base, and the batter will be Adrian Gonzalez.
Those three batters have hit the ball hard against Tropiano, so some of the misses so far have been over the plate. Nice job there by Pennington Johnson getting it done. Anytime you as a middle infielder get a ball that quickly, you know it's going to be a lot easier for the guy next to you once you feed him to not have to worry about that runner.
So here's Adrian Gonzalez. He had 7 at bats so far this spring with 1 hit. He takes that one for a strike. When the Angels bat in inning number 2, leading right now 3-1. The Angels will have Cunningham, Navarro, and Johnson the bottom third of the batting order. That one's chopped foul over on the right side. 2 strikes to count on Adrian Gonzalez. Shift is on with Gonzalez batting, 3 on the right side of the infield, and the swing is late. He fouls that one off on the left side.
Anytime you see a swing like that, check swing, that means left-handed hitters are looking for one thing, as they're leaning out over the plate. So good job by Tropiano just pushing him back.
Here's the pitch, and that's low. Nice crowd here today. They can get 13,000 plus here.
A really nice crowd, all beyond the outfield fence on the berm. Easy access here. A lot of people for the weekend just hopping on I-10 and taking the exit.
Here's the next pitch. That one is bounced back near Tropiano. Got some glove on it. The ball skips over to Sherman Johnson, and that will end the inning. So the Dodgers come up with a run here in the bottom of the first inning. We are headed to the second. It's 3-1 Angels on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Todd Cunningham leading it off. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of today's game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. Cunningham has had 5 at-bats this spring, and he's had 3 hits. And he was sidelined by a little bit of a wrist problem. Here's the next pitch on the former Atlanta Brave, and with 2 strikes, he takes that one for a called 3rd strike. That's the first out. Ray Navarro will be the next batter.
He saw the slow breaking ball early, and then right after he sees a fastball that he thinks is going to cut inside, and that ball ran nicely back out over the plate. It was ready right for his right hip.
Angels have a lot of switch hitters in the lineup, and here's yet another one. Ray Navarro, as he bats for the first time, shows signs of bunting as he hits left-handed and takes that one for ball 1. 81 degrees here in Glendale. We're at Camelback Ranch, and the next pitch, that's in there for a called strike. This is a facility that both the Dodgers and the White Sox share. Next pitch, chopped on the first base side, a fair ball fielded by Adrian Gonzalez right near the bag, and that's an easy play. That's the second out. Angels will be back here, well, let's see, on the 24th of March to take on the White Sox here at Camelback Ranch. That'll be in the final week of the Cactus League. Here's the next delivery, and this is Sherman Johnson, the 9-hole hitter, batting, takes strike 1.
At that time, we'll be talking about how the rotation is shaping up. If Mike Scioscia has announced his rotation.
Right. Here's a bouncing ball hit on the right side. Johnson will field and throw out Johnson, and that will end the inning. So very quick inning for Zach Lee. We are headed now to the bottom of the second. It's a 3-1 Angels lead on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Three-1 Angels, bottom of the second here at Camelback Ranch. Fans, be a winner and play in the Gardens Casino New Omaha Progressive Jackpot. Visit thegardenscasino.com for more information. Please play responsibly. And the first delivery on Austin Barnes, who's catching for the Dodgers, right in there from Tropiano.
Omaha. I thought we were going to talk something about Peyton Manning there. Oh, the Omaha mention.
Right. The Gardens Casino New Omaha Progressive Jackpot. There's one a little bit low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I had football on my mind earlier when I was calling Cliff Pennington Chad Pennington, so
it's okay.
We got that out of the way.
It's okay, Terry.
Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 Angels here in the bottom of the second. Score update brought to you by Experian. Get serious about your credit by visiting Experian.com. And the next delivery right in there for a called strike.
We'll see how Soto, veteran catcher, will try to get Tropiano to stay out of that middle lane somehow by exaggerating where he positions his glove here in this second inning for Tropiano. Ball's moving well, just to the wrong spot.
Next one fouled off on the right side. Tropiano pitched on Sunday. That was against the Royals, and he had a couple of perfect innings with a pair of strikeouts.
Well, he becomes even more important to the Angels to get him stretched out.
Angels hoping he can give them 3 innings, around 45 pitches or so today. That's inside, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And in case, of course, you didn't tune in earlier, Jared Weaver, MRI results are in, and it's sounding like a nerve issue, which Mike Socha told us for the television open that he doesn't expect it to be an issue until, of course, he can clear with the team doctors today and then a specialist tomorrow. So Socha was sounded pretty optimistic as Weaver was out on the field playing catch and doing everything else with his teammates this morning.
And the next delivery, and there's one that's blasted into left field, and that's going to get out. Boy, we've had a couple of deep home runs here to left field, both of them clearing the Dodgers bullpen. That's a home run, the second one this spring for Austin Barnes. He hits it leading off the bottom of the second, and now it's a 3-2 Angels lead.
Oh, for Austin Barnes, it's all feeding off Angels pitchers and mistakes, as he did against Weaver back in Tempe. Another pitch up, elevated, very little movement, and once again, way too much of the plate.
So here is Seguin, the third baseman, set to bat. And the first pitch, the right-handed batter cuts and misses that one. So in that game on Wednesday, Angels and Dodgers at 13-13 game, Barnes in that ball game batted in the second inning and homered, and he does it again here today. 0-2 is the count. Next pitch, way low and outside.
Terry, as is typical in any count, all those mistakes you make maybe in your first start, you'll get away with it more often than once those hitters start getting into the 10, 15, 20 at bat range. When they look for those mistakes and don't miss them, now their timing getting better.
There's one a little bit low and outside.
Which, of course, when you think about progressing in spring training, it makes the pitchers think about, okay, then there's some things that I need to correct and adjust also as my innings progress and get better at.
2-strike delivery, that's low, so it's a full count. Tropiano, sinker, slider, a splitter he'll throw, change up, 6'4", 200-pounder, 25-year-old right-hander. And here's the payoff. That's outside. So after the home run, now a walk. So Braga will be the next batter. Zaraga played AA and AAA last year. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side. Soto goes out to have a word with Tropiano, who's just walked his first batter. Fans, if your computer is running slow, go to mycleanpc.com. Get a free computer diagnosis. In minutes, you can activate MyClean PC software to clean out the junk that may be slowing down your computer. Visit mycleanpc.com. Here's the pitch. This is lifted in the air down the left field side. Long run for Cunningham. He's not going to be able to get to it. The ball takes a hop and bounces over the side wall down that left field side. So that's going to be a ground rule double. Seguin moves over to third, and the Dodgers are threatening to get some more here with no outs, runners at second and third.
You can fight off a pitch. If it's elevated, you're going to have a better chance of locating it somewhere behind the infield and in no man's land, and that's what happened there. Even though he gets jammed and tied up.
Here's Corey Brown, a left-handed batter. He's had 4 hits, 3 RBIs for the Dodgers. He's in an RBI situation here with the Angels leading 3-2. The pitch right in there for a called strike. Well, we saw a lot of runs when these two teams met a couple days ago.
That was it, Terry. Are you thinking repeat? 3 hours and 44
I would hope
minutes?
not. I certainly would hope not, but who knows? It's starting off to be a productive offensive day for both teams. There's a cut and a miss.
Well, every mistake has been hit hard. Tropiano now at 36 pitches, and this is his second start where Mike Such is hoping to get him to the mound a 3rd time up there. And around 45, 50 pitches.
And that one is ripped into right field. Chasing and making a nice running catch is Ortega. The lead runner will tag and come in. That's Seguin. And on the sac fly by Brown, this is a 3-3 ball game.
Another loud blast from one of those Dodgers bats, Corey Brown. A lot of downspin on this one. And for Tropiano, the message is there, and they're letting him know. And Soto, you can see, trying to find the way to get him back into rhythm. And eventually, even though it is spring training, it is early. He's got 37 pitches, a couple pitches off the plate. An in will be nice.
Micah Johnson will be the batter. He's a left-handed hitter. He's had 5 hits, a couple of RBIs. Takes a big cut at that one and misses it.
Well, Micah Johnson didn't have to move spring training sites, Terry. His former White Sox player. So
That's right.
White Sox building on the right and the Dodger building on the left.
Tropiano's pitch. That's in there for strike 0-2. Both teams have a Johnson playing second base. They're each batting 9th, and they're each left-handed hitters. Sherman Johnson for the Angels. Micah Johnson for the Dodgers. And they're both 25 years old. There's one that's fouled off, and it's going to hop back to the seats down the left side.
Boy, Terry, keep going.
That's enough.
What month were they born? Are they wearing the same number? What else? What are their music tastes? Huh?
I'm not sure.
Things that I don't know intrigue you.
They aren't related, but there are a lot of similarities between the two.
2 young players with a bright future, too.
And, wow, there's one that's inside, up and in on Micah Johnson. He hits the deck on that one, getting out of the way of that pitch.
He's leaning in, as lefties have been, and that's what they've been hitting Tropiano so hard, and not advocating anything near anybody's head, but you got to pitch off the plate.
Angels had a 3-0 lead, but it's now 3-3. We're in the bottom of the second. And the next pitch, that's grounded sharply on the right side, right at Sherman Johnson.
Of course it is to Sherman Johnson. Terry?
Micah Johnson hits it to Sherman Johnson. So.
Keep the story rolling. Come on. Give it some legs.
Enough is enough. So a runner at third. 2 outs in the inning.
That ball was hit very hard itself, too.
And here's Trace Thompson. We mentioned Jack Peterson, the leadoff batter and center fielder. We were told he would bat once, leading off the bottom of the first inning, and then lead the game, and that's exactly what happened. Trace Johnson came in the top of the second to take over in center field, and now he bats for the first time. The SoCal native looks that one over. It's in there. He and Micah Johnson, who just grounded out, were part of the same trade that the Dodgers engineered with the White Sox during the offseason.
Trace Thompson has that build like Alex Rios.
And there's one waved at and missed. The ball's 2 strikes. Yeah, what happened to Alex Rios?
Does not sign a contract.
Well,
What happened to David Freese?
same situation. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's low, blocked there by Soto. Keeps the ball in the batter's circle.
That was part of the talk in the Angels clubhouse the first week when the position players reported. As Cole Calhoun himself said, I cannot believe David Freese does not have a job. And he clearly said, if people only knew what he meant to this clubhouse.
Yeah, you certainly would like to see Freese hook on with someone. Here's a bouncing ball hit to Cliff Pennington, the shortstop, and his throw is just in time to nip Thompson, and that's how the inning will end. The Dodgers come up with a pair to tie it up. We're headed to the third inning here in Glendale, and we are tied at 3 on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Cliff Pennington leads it off for the Angels, fouls the pitch off. Fans take part in the Angels 5K and Fun Run presented by St. Joseph Hoag Health on April the 9th at the Big A. All participants will receive a commemorative shirt and finisher's medal. Register today at angels.com/5K. 1 ball, 1 strike on Cliff Pennington. Double his first time up against Zach Lee. That was starting off the ball game today. And there's ball 2 outside. 2-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. Low and outside. 3-1. Zach Lee is a guy who's normally around the plate. He's known as a strike thrower. But he's behind here on Pennington. Here comes the next pitch. And he walks him on 5 pitches. Angels have the leadoff man on. Ortega will be the next batter.
For Zach Lee, outstanding season in Oklahoma City last year. At 23 years old, 11-6, 2.70 ERA. You talk about being a strike thrower, 19 walks in 113 and 1/3 innings. He also, Terry, kept it in the ballpark. He only allowed 5 home runs in over 113 innings.
He averaged 1 walk a start last year in AAA. Here's one that's bounced by him, but it's scooped up by the shortstop. Seager goes to the bag himself at second, fires to first, and that'll be a double play.
Boy, Corey Seager just so casual. Makes it look way too easy smooth. He's got the size where many think he might end up at third base, but boy, he is solid at shortstop. Makes it look like he's seen this play 1,000 times. No rush whatsoever.
So here's C.J. Cron. He's reached on a fielder's choice, and he scored on Soto's 3-run homer in the first inning. There's ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
I mentioned that thing about the home runs, Terry. The 5 home runs only because he was pitching in the PCL and in Oklahoma City. Well, we know what happens with those inflated numbers in the PCL.
1-1 pitch. That's lifted into right field. Breaking late is Puig, but he still has time to come in and make the catch. And that's how the inning will end. So a couple of quick innings, last two for Zach Lee. That'll do it for the Angels here in the top of the third. Bottom of the third is next. 3-3 the score on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Bottom of the third inning, we're tied at 3. We'll check out the Ram out-of-town scoreboard on this Friday. It's brought to you by the Ram 1500, available with Eco Diesel V6 that gets an estimated 29 miles per gallon highway. Visit ramtrucks.com to learn more. The Yankees beat Baltimore 7-1. Tanaka had a pretty good outing for New York. 3 scoreless innings with 3 strikeouts.
Terry, they needed to hear that from him. So he stretched out the 3 innings. That's good.
Braves split squad trailing St. Louis 4-3 in the 9th. The other Braves split squad trailing the Phillies 9-2 in the 8th inning. First one is in there. At the plate is Corey Seager. He has a single so far today as Tropiano delivers low and inside 1-1. Astros have a 10-4 lead in the 7th inning against Detroit. Colby Rasmus's second home run this spring. Marlins lead Minnesota 5-4 in the 7th. And there's a cut and a miss.
As you mentioned, Colby Rasmus, Mike Scioscia this morning was talking about his brother Corey and said Corey Rasmus, Terry, will be stretched out as a pitcher just in case. He goes, not necessarily projecting for him to be challenging for a rotation spot, but we just want to make sure that we keep him as stretched out as possible.
Yep. Better safe than sorry, I guess, Jose.
Yes.
And still plenty of time to do it here in the Cactus League. The 2-2. A little bit low, and now it's a full count. Washington leading the Mets 4-1 in the 8th. Tampa Bay leading the Pirates 3-1 in the 8th. McCutchen a solo homer for Pittsburgh, and they're in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays tied at 1. In our ball game, 3-3, bottom of the third. Tropiano's next delivery. That's hit well in left center field, but it's hanging up for the center fielder, Craig Gentry. Seager went the opposite way. He's retired. One gone. Yasiel Puig will bat.
So nice to see young players understand where their strength is, not get pull happy after he smoked the ball to the right side. Seager goes right back to work. Big part of the field, and the finish is so impressive, always with those 2 hands to get that extra drive on that ball.
So here's Puig, who grounded into a double play. A run scored on it back in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch, he chops that one foul. over on the third base side.
They need a lot from Yasiel Puig.
Chris Woodward, the Dodgers' third base coach this season. Here's the next pitch. That's grounded sharply, and it's right at Cliff Pennington. His throw is in plenty of time to Ji-Man Choi. 2 up, 2 away. Adrian Gonzalez will be at the batter. Fans, don't forget, if you have a group of 20 or more and you're interested in experiencing Angels baseball, you can receive group ticket pricing for as low as $6 per seat. Just visit angels.com/groups. And that's going to be it for Nick Tropiano. So he retires the first 2.
54 total pitches there.
And that's one of the reasons why he is leaving. Angels were thinking maybe 45, stretched him out a little bit more. So we'll have a pitching change with 2 outs. When we get back, we'll tell you who the new pitcher is for the Angels. 3-3 the score, bottom of the third here in Glendale on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. New pitcher for the Angels is Jose Alvarez, and he is in to face the left-handed hitting Adrian Gonzalez. First pitch a little bit low. Gonzalez is grounded out his only time up. Tropiano, who leaves 2 2/3 innings today, 4 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, 1 walk, and he also gave up a home run. Alvarez pitching for the 3rd time this spring, delivers, and that's low and away ball 2, 2-0.
Well, Mike Soja takes advantage of the fact that he was going to use Alvarez regardless, but why not bring him in here to see a lefty whom he might face in a tough situation in the regular season.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is hit well into center field. Going way back is Gentry. He jumps up, and that ball is gone. Adrian Gonzalez has hit the 2nd Dodger homer of the game. That's his first one this spring, and now the Angels trail 4-3. Home run ball has been a bit of a problem so far this spring for Alvarez.
El Titan, Adrian Gonzalez, as good as anybody staying inside the ball and using the big part of the field. He got a lot of backspin on this one. Ball that just got too much of the plate, and we've seen a lot of hard contact pretty much all afternoon so far from Dodgers hitters.
So here's Barnes. He has their other homer here in the early going. 4-3 Dodgers on top, and there's a ground ball by the mound and through into left center field, just out of the reach of Pennington. 6th hit for the Dodgers. Alvarez has given up a couple here against the 2 batters that he's faced, and Rob Seguin, the third baseman, will bat with 2 outs.
Third for Jose Alvarez. He goes back to that first time he worked against the Cubs. Give up a long 2-run home run to Addison Russell.
Here's the pitch. That's a little low and inside. Trying to get that call with Soto. He was framing that one, but it's a ball, 1-0.
Alvarez was a go-to guy. Well-earned job out of spring training. Opponents hit only .228 against him in the regular season. Lefties hit only .219 against him.
Here's his next pitch, and it's popped way in the air in shallow right field. The second baseman a few feet back on the outfield grass is Sherman Johnson to put that one away, and that will end the inning. But in the inning, the Dodgers get the 2-out solo homer by Adrian Gonzalez. They have a 4-3 lead as we go to the top of the fourth on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West.
Shortstop for the Dodgers with a 6 target percent. Lead off for the Angels first baseman number 51, Ji-Man Choi.
Dodgers make a couple of changes as we get ready for the fourth inning. They have a new pitcher. Kenley Jansen will take over their closer, and Charlie Culbertson is now taking over at shortstop. So that means Corey Seager's day is over. He went 1 for 2. So the Angels down by a run as we start the fourth. It's 4-3 Dodgers. First batter up will be Ji-Man Choi. Jansen a year ago, 36 saves in 38 save situations.
He is a good one.
He is.
Naturally, with that cut fastball, runs in heavily on the left-handed hitters. And, of course, tailing away hard. And at the last minute against the right-handers.
95% success rate last year as far as picking up saves. And here's the pitch. That one misses for a ball. Jansen ready, and here's the next pitch. That one a little bit up and in.
Kenley Jansen now a little thinner. He has had some health issues, not necessarily related to baseball, but at one point there were some worries about his heart. Got every test done, got things corrected through surgery eventually, and healthy, strong, and continues to throw the ball really hard.
There's one that's in there. Diagnosed cardiac arrhythmia, irregular heartbeat, Had the heart surgery back in 2012.
And he was telling me at that age, he goes, at that age, they're talking about my heart. He goes, I was scared to death.
Counts 2-2 on Choi. And he goes after that one and just got a piece of it, fouling it back. Choi has had a hit. One of the 3 Angel hits. Well, the Angels got out of the blocks quickly today. 3-run homer by Soto with 2 outs in the first inning. But since then, the Dodgers have done the scoring, and they lead it 4-3 here in the 4th. Here's the next pitch. That's a little bit low.
Well, this offseason, the Dodgers came close to acquiring Aroldis Chapman. And that did not resound very well with Kenley Jansen, and he let the media know about it. The trade eventually did not go through, and Chapman ended up with the Yankees weeks later. But he was wondering, why do we need a closer here?
Yeah. And on the next pitch, the 3-2, that one will miss. So Choi has a walk. Angels have their second batter walk in the ball game. Angels have been doing a good job getting the leadoff man on today, 3 of the 4 innings.
And for Choi, Terry, once again, here's a guy that if he had seen, it was in camp at some point, if ever, and he does a good job recognizing pitches, spins, velocity, laying up some pitches just off the plate, and working hard for that walk.
So here is Soto. And the first pitch to him, that's right in there for a strike. Jansen is appearing in his second game this spring. 1 inning of work so far, allowing 2 hits and a run, a couple strikeouts. Here's the next pitch. And that's right in there for a called strike. Let's pause for stations to identify themselves on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, and our producer engineer Darren Chan with you. Friday afternoon baseball at Camelback Ranch here in Glendale. Angels and Dodgers back at it against each other. They met on Wednesday as well in a game that ended up 13-13. Dancing around off the first base bag was Choi, and Jansen will just step off the rubber.
Ron Renick quite aggressive at third base. He'll see something and he knows. Remember, he spent the last few weeks with the Dodgers as a third base coach. Just thinks he knows about Jansen, who is not very good holding runners.
Here's the next pitch, a fly ball that's lifted into left center field. That one is hit well out in left center field, but chasing after it and running it down is Trace Thompson out on the warning track. Long out right there. Soto, who had already homered, sends that one all the way out to the track. That was hit about a good 390 or so out there, but a long out.
Giovanni Soto taking that power stroke he had with the White Sox last year. And so far in spring training, he hits a ball hard. He hits a lot of spin on it. And this one, he just missed after his long home run back in the first inning against Zach Lee. Trace Thompson himself, Terry, made it look pretty easy there. Looked like a basketball player running down the court easily.
Yep, very smooth chasing after that ball hit in left center. So the next batter up is Gentry. He struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch, and that one is fouled back behind the plate. Nothing in 1 is the count. Angels have the tying run on over at first base. That's Choi with 1 away. And the pitch, that one is going to be a pitch that evens the count at 1, breaking for second, and getting there before the throw is G-Man Choi.
Nice job, man. Just get some tips here and there. Understand the time that Jansen takes to deliver the ball home, and Velocity, speed has nothing to do with it, but just instinct, timing, and not being afraid. And that's one aspect, Terry, that Renicky brought to the Dodgers. In fact, Don Mattingly brought him aboard and replaced their third base coach, Lorenzo Bundy. And he said, we need to get more aggressive on the bases. And Renicky brought that, giving guys confidence. Instinct, alerting them on opportunities to look for.
So now Basic could tie up the ball game as Jansen is ready to come in with the 1-1. That's a little bit low and outside. Kenley Jansen, his career earned run average is 2.28.
For a guy that started his career as a catcher.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch. That's in there for a called strike. The other thing that's kind of unbelievable about Jansen, and it could change this season, he has never been an all-star.
That's hard to believe.
But I say that knowing that Aroldis Chapman is now no longer in the National League. Craig Kimbrell is no longer in the National League. So this could be Jansen's year to maybe be an all-star for the NL.
Get off to a good start.
There's one that's in there. He certainly has put up some very worthy numbers, but again, some pretty good National League closers, but maybe not quite as many entering 2016.
And now current Angel, Andrelton Simmons, calls him one of the guys that inspired him to play baseball. Both out of Curacao. And both good soccer players, too.
Last year, opponents hit 176 against Jansen. He said it's a full count in the payoff. That's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play.
Sure, he has piled up some strikeouts. 528 strikeouts career and 340 innings. And boy, he's got that cut fastball. He'll throw that cut fastball 80% of the time. Once in a while, he has to be convinced by the catchers to break the pattern and spread the plate a little bit more, and he'll drop a two-seamer here and there. Occasional slider. You see him trying to throw a curveball earlier today, but he just threw way too hard and it rolled off of his hand.
Here's the next one. It's grounded deep in the hole. It's short. Sliding stop by Culberson, and he makes a nice play to get Gentry, who can run. Charlie Culberson, who just came in this inning, replacing Seager, makes a very solid play out there at shortstop.
Nice awareness by Culberson, making an outstanding play on a slide pop-up. Make that throw quickly, get rid of it, knowing who's running. Coming to the game, and you really are going to get a higher grade by being prepared to see and anticipate. As Dave Roberts gets a chance to scout, evaluate these young players. That was an outstanding play.
So the runner Choi was unable to advance on that one. It was hit on the left side of the infield.
In fact, that was good base running there by Choi.
Yeah.
Let's not point out, not forget to point out that. But he got over and, break towards third base and keep going. He was going to be an easy out.
He would have been.
At third base.
The ball's one strike here on Todd Cunningham, who took a called third strike his first time up. Switch hitter batting left-handed, and the next one from Jansen. That's a fastball there that's in there, and it's quickly 0-2 on Cunningham. We're in the fourth inning. Angels trailing 4-3. 4 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers. 3 runs, 3 hits for the Angels. Big crowd here today at Camelback Ranch. Here's the next pitch, and that's outside. Dodgers have had a pretty good spring so far. They have a record of 5-1-2 in their 8 games this spring. The Angels, in their first 10, have gone 3-6-1.
Dodgers getting pretty solid pitching. Angels ERA 5.69. Dodgers pitching so far 3.8.
Here's the next delivery, and that's lined right at Culberson. So So he factors into the final 2 outs in the inning, and the Angels will leave Troy in scoring position. No runs in the inning, no hits, a walk, and a runner left at second. Bottom of the 4th is next. It's 4-3 Dodgers on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Jose Alvarez will continue. He got the final out last inning, although he did give up a home run in relief, and he delivers here, and that's lined into left center field for a leadoff hit. Sean Zaraga, who doubled back in the bottom of the 2nd, leads off the bottom of the 4th with his 2nd hit of the ball game, and here is Corey Brown. Brown has a sac fly. Tomorrow, the Angels will be back in Tempe, and the San Francisco Giants will be invading Tempe Diablo Stadium. That will start a stretch of 4 straight home games for the Angels in Tempe. Giants tomorrow, Rangers Sunday, Reds Monday, and the Mariners on Tuesday. First pitch of ball, the count, 1 ball, no strikes on Brown. That gets Soto out to the mound. I have a quick visit with Jose Alvarez. Fans, Experian, let's get serious about your credit. Go to Experian.com today. Here's the pitch, and the bat goes flying all the way on top of the Angels dugout, and then ricochets back to the seats behind the dugout. So really fooled on that one was Brown, and he's going to go all the way back to his dugout to get a new bat.
Nice gift.
Yeah. He wanted no parts of that one after that one traveled a long way back to the seats behind the first base dugout.
Let's hope it ends up in some little kid's hands. That's what we want to see there. And remember now, Major League Baseball has and teams have agreed now to extend the netting for the regular season in their home ballparks, which is something that was due for protection of you fans. And after a couple of years of talking, and fans now with the social media, Terry, and the phones, and looking down so much, and they're sitting close to home plate and the field, it's an added plus for fan protection.
Yep.
So you'll see a lot of netting extending from beyond the home plate area and out. In fact, a lot of teams do it during batting practice. Temporary netting in certain places.
Counts 1-2. Next pitch on Brown. And it's grounded fair first base side. Fielded there by Choi. Got the foot on the bag at first and fires up to second. And that'll be a double play.
Well, here's a good thing. We saw same play, very similar circumstances with Choi. Was not able to clear that lane and open up a spot for him to throw the baseball. And he threw it into the outfield. Now, different story. All about accommodating his feet, clearing that lane and firing away. Good job there by Choi with the soft hands and quick feet.
So 2 are gone, no one on base. Micah Johnson will be the next hitter. Lefty batter grounded out to second. His first at bat, shows signs of bunting there and takes the pitch for ball 1. Mention the Angels and the Giants tomorrow in Tempe, and that'll be Hector Santiago against Jake Peavy.
Hector's off to a nice start. 5 innings. He's only allowed a couple of runs. 1 walk. He's throwing the ball very well. Good velocity. And says it's a different story now, Terry, understanding what it takes to get ready as a starter.
Right, and it would certainly appear the way things are moving along at the moment here during the Cactus League that Santiago is going to be fitted in somewhere in that rotation to begin the regular season. There's a bunt fouled back behind the plate off the bat of Johnson, so a couple of strikes.
Did you ever have a doubt? I never had a doubt. You know, as much as they talk about Santiago possibly going to the bullpen, I mean, there's a lot of things he brought to the Angels. No starter in that staff was perfect, but Hector took the greatest stride of anybody. Became an all-star. Yes, he did slip in the second half, but Hector's got the attitude of learning and asking questions and getting himself mentally and physically ready. I had no doubt. With 5 starters, if everybody had been healthy, I still think Hector is one of the starters, no matter what.
Well, you just hope he can put together a full season in 2016, because you mentioned it was kind of a tale of 2 seasons for him last year. Very good first half, not nearly as good in the second half. Here's a foul ball lifted down the left side, chasing hard after it was Navarro, the third baseman, but it's out of his reach, a foul ball.
And the one thing that Hector needed to prove from the previous season compared to 2014 is to convince Mike Scioscia that he can go beyond 5 innings and that he can go beyond 100 pitches. And it took good performance for him to do it and convince Mike Butcher, the then pitching coach. So go out there and get it done in the field, adjust, and give your team a chance. Of course, Hector also brings that added asset of having pitch out of the bullpen, where being successful with the Angels for some time, but mainly with the White Sox as a swingman.
So 2-2 the count. Lefty-lefty matchup, and another one fouled off down the left side by Johnson. A little bit late with the swing on that one. Alvarez, fastball, sinker, slider, throws a lot of pitches. He has a cut fastball, curveball, good changeup. Opponents hit only .228 against him a year ago, and he had a solid ERA as an Angel reliever last year, 3.49. His next pitch, again fouled back, out of play.
Jose came up for the Angels late in camp in 2014. Last week trade from the Tigers for Andrew Romine. Last year made the team out of spring training when many thought, well, he's just filling in until they have to activate Garrett Richards. Mike Scioscia said right out of camp, not the case. He's going to be a big piece, and he was for the Angels bullpen.
Count 2-2. Next delivery, and taking that one, a borderline pitch is Johnson. It just missed.
That cut just enough. Good job there by home plate umpire Quinn Walcott staying on.
Mentioned that deal that brought Alvarez over to the Angels from Detroit back in March of 2014. That's been a trade that's helped both teams.
Certainly. Andrew Romine found a home and a nice role.
Yep. Valuable reserve infielder for them. There's a ball blooped into shallow left. That's going to fall in for a hit. Cunningham will play it back towards second. So after all that, Johnson still hit it on the left side, but drops it in fair in shallow left field for his first hit.
Have a report there that Corey Seager came out of the game as precautionary measure because of slight tightness in the back of his left leg. That's why the Dodgers shortstop came out.
All right. Here's Trace Thompson, who's grounded out his only time up. Right-handed batter. Thompson digs in. Alvarez with a toss over to first base, and Johnson, who can really run, gets back to the bag in plenty of time. Trace Thompson, he's had 5 hits so far this spring and 22 times up. There goes the runner. The pitch is missed. Throw down to second, way off line. Third base side of the second base bag. It's an easy stolen base for Micah Johnson.
They're going to be running on Soto. Good job there by Johnson at first base, running first move on Alvarez. He's got a great teacher over in that dugout on Dave Roberts, who stole over 240 bases in his career, including the big base as a pinch runner against the Yankees.
There's one low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 4th here. And the Dodgers leading the Angels 4-3.
Gotta ask DC how long he's known Trace Thompson. Darren Chan.
Well, he knows his father very well, Michael Thompson. And here's a lazy fly ball lifted to right field. Ortega waiting for it to come down. He'll squeeze it, the Angels right fielder. And that will end the inning. No runs. They had a couple of hits in the inning. They failed to score. 5th inning is coming up. Angels down by a run. It's 4-3 Dodgers on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Dodgers make a pitching change. Left-handed reliever J.B. Howell will take over, and the first pitch, that one ball that was a bunt try by Ray Navarro, and he misses that one, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. J.P. Howell a year ago, 6-1 record, 1.43 earned run average, and that one he bounces in. So the numbers on Jansen. He worked a scoreless inning with a walk. Howell last year, very good earned run average, 1.43. And here's the next pitch. That's low and inside.
Dependable guy who is also adjusted to pitching with less velocity, and he will throw everything at you out there. And keep in mind, if you're watching this game on the television side, he has a very interesting follow through, which Terry can literally say sometimes he actually falls to the side of third base.
Here's the next pitch, lined into right field, but right there waiting and making the catches. I didn't know if Puig was going to catch it or kick it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Looked like he was getting ready to punt that ball as it was heading to him.
And that ball was going to be stuck in a spike. Huh? Oh, yes, he is showing that pizzazz.
So that is out number 1, and here is Sherman Johnson. Johnson grounded out his first time up, lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch low and away for ball 1. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses low. Mentioned it before. Every time I see Sherman Johnson, he kind of reminds me of a left-handed hitting version of Howie Kendrick, and we didn't see Howie in the lineup today for the Dodgers as well. Didn't see him on Wednesday.
Saw him earlier today working out in the back.
Yeah.
Solid ball player, Howie Kendrick.
There's one that's right in there for a called strike. Kendrick has had only 4 at-bats so far this spring for the Dodgers with 1 hit. Here's the next pitch. Big cut and a miss. So it's 2-2 on Johnson.
More aggressive Sherman Johnson. He looks good. He looks way more confident in getting more playing time for Mike Scioscia. Looking to rebound after poor output last year in Double-A.
He had only 204 last year. And there he takes one for ball 3. He's always been a patient hitter.
Yeah, remember those days when a young Howie Kendrick would play some games later, and we referred to him as Howard Kendrick.
That's right.
Nickname Truck.
That's right. And here's the next pitch, bounced softly foul on the first base side.
Didn't Buddy Black have something to do with that nickname? I believe so. Nicknamed him Truck.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Angels have Cliff Pennington, who's been playing shortstop, leadoff man waiting on deck. And that one on Johnson, he takes it, a 3-2 pitch, and he struck him out looking.
Got him thinking way too much. Never seen the off speeds and starts leaning, and the veteran Howell gets his number.
So 2 up and 2 away as J.P. Howell works for the Dodgers. This is his second appearance this spring, and he gave up 3 hits and 2 runs in 1 inning, so faring a little bit better here today. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Next pitch on Pennington. He waves at that one and misses it. Howell will throw a sinker, and he's a guy who usually won't even get it up to 90 miles per hour. Good sinker, gets a lot of ground ball outs when he's going right, has a good changeup, and he'll throw a curveball. Ground ball pitcher. Here's the next one on Pennington, and he cuts it. That one, a pair of strikeouts in the inning for J.P. Howell. Not much happening for the Angels here in the 5th. Bottom of the 5th is next, 4-3. Dodgers still on top on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West.
Shortstop number 6, Charlie Culberson.
Angels will use pitcher number 3 this afternoon. Corey Rasmus takes over for Jose Alvarez, who worked an inning and 1/3, allowing 4 hits and a run. Alvarez was also touched for the home run by Adrian Gonzalez, and that's the difference in this ball game. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, it's 4-3 Dodgers. Culberson will be the first batter. This is going to be his first time up. Rasmus getting ready for his 4th appearance this spring and worked 3 innings, scoreless so far. And we'll see if maybe he goes a little bit longer today, maybe a couple of innings in relief.
Oh, Mike, such a true to his word did it with Jose Alvarez getting 4 outs.
Next delivery, and this is popped up foul behind the plate. Soto is going back, but it's back to the seats and out of play. Angels fans, enjoy Angels spring training in beautiful Tempe for as low as $15 per seat. Visit angels.com/spring to purchase your tickets today. Breeze is a slight one blowing from right to left. We've seen some balls hit hard to left field today. Here's one lifted down the right field side. That one is pushing foul, and that's going to get back to the seats and out of play. So a couple strikes on Charlie Culberson. After Rasmus, we'll likely see some relievers from the Angels minor league camp. Some non-roster invitees figuring to get some action in here today. Greg Molly is on the board. Yunieski Maya. And some other young pitchers as well. One ball, 2 strikes. Framed by Soto, just missed. Culberson had backed out of the box, now moving back in there. Rasmus is ready to come in with the 2-2. And here it comes. Fouled off on the third base side.
Rasmus full effort. He's got a lot of flying parts in the front part of his body towards the hitter, and which serves as deception. Overhand curve is pretty sharp. He's got a shorter slider, a pretty decent changeup, and never lacks velocity.
Here's his next pitch, and there is a good breaking ball, cut on and missed. He struck him out. Culberson is out number 1. That's the first strikeout recorded by Angels pitching today. Puig will be the next batter.
A lot of families here, Terry. A lot of split families that we found downstairs on our way to the TV Open, and we got 3 members of the family who cheer for the Dodgers, and you got 2 of the Angels. We got some husbands and wives that have wearing different hats. Nice environment all the way around here today.
Yeah. Here's the pitch, and that one is a swing and a miss. Mentioned 81 degrees today, but with the cloud cover, very comfortable for the fans here.
Excellent. Not as dry as usually it is here in Arizona at this time of year.
Here's the next one on Puig, and that's hit well into left center field. That ball is out by the wall in left center and off the wall. Puig will easily coast into second base with a ringing 1-out double, his first hit of the day. That one got out there quickly.
Yeah, he's hit the ball hard every time up, including the double play, then the 6-3, the second at bat, and this one another smooth swing by Arcel short to the ball, gets that foot down on time, and this time really does allow the ball to get a little bit deeper in that hitting zone. He had the bat flip thinking that ball perhaps was going to clear the fence. There's a lot of real estate out there beyond the 380 in left center field. Bat flips are in the news, Terry.
Yes. Yes.
Some say yes, some say no. Some old school say there's no room for that. And the young modern players saying, why not?
Well, one guy who's certainly saying no is the Hall of Famer, Goose Gossage.
He is saying no to a lot of things happening right now in the game.
A lot of controversial statements from Goose Gossage getting a lot of play around Major League Baseball in the last 24 hours or so. 1 ball, no strikes on Gonzalez, who lines one right at Johnson, fires the second, and Puig is easily doubled up.
Puig did not know with the shift where that ball was heading.
So that will end the inning. A line-out double play, 4-6 to end the inning. We move to the 6th. Still 4-3 Dodgers on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Angels here in the 6th inning will be facing the 4th pitcher of the day for the Dodgers as Pedro Baez will take over for J.P. Howe. Howe had a clean top of the 5th with a pair of strikeouts. The Dodgers also have a new first baseman, Cody Bellinger. He replaces Adrian Gonzalez. And Puig has left the game in right field. He's replaced by Rico Noel.
Very impressive what we saw from Cody Bellinger, now new first baseman. With his swing, a few hits when he came after that in that game a couple of days ago back in Tempe.
Here's the pitch. That's right in there for a called strike.
Terry, you made a good observation. He's got a little Don Mattingly in him.
Yeah, he has a lot of the same mannerisms. Yep. He really does. Count is 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's chopped out towards short. Culberson's made some nice plays since coming in, and the throw will just nip Ortega for out number 1.
As impressive as Bellinger has been, Charlie Culberson, who came into this game also after Seager goes out with a tightness in his back leg, and he's covered from one extreme to the other.
So 1 up, 1 away. C.J. Cron, who's DHing for the Angels this afternoon, will be the batter. And the Angels did not bring very many regulars to Camelback Ranch for this one.
Those regulars were so happy when they saw that they were playing the 6th inning. They know what it meant.
yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Here's a ground ball hit right to third. Seguin will field, and Cron is an easy out. So a pair of ground outs. 2 quick outs here in the Angels' 6th.
T.J. Cron being the lone young regular. Plays in this game too now as a DH when he got time to spend with his brother and his father yesterday. Even mom came by and she had a birthday, so to Mrs. Corona, happy belated.
How about that? G-Man Choi, the next batter. They haven't gotten him out today. Single, he scored a run. He's had a walk. He's also stolen a base. Here's the pitch. That one a little bit low on Choi.
You can be looking here for something to drive. Pedro Baez throws extremely hard. And Choi's got a nice short stroke.
Baez 52 games for the Dodgers last year. 4-2 record, 3.35 ERA. Former infielder who has a very good arm, and the pitch that's fouled off on the left side. This guy has hit triple digits with his fastball in the past. Last year averaged better than a strikeout an inning. 7 seasons in the minors as a third baseman, Pedro Baez.
What a story that is, huh?
Yeah.
7 seasons. That means there's hope in somewhere that you are going to make it as a position player to give you that long.
Here's the pitch. That's chopped foul. You see, it seems like more position players who are struggling in the minors convert to pitching than pitchers who struggled in the minors convert to hitting.
Oh,
but there are a few.
Oh, yeah.
That were former pitchers that become hitters and get to the big leagues. There's one that is a swing and a miss. A late swing by Choi. He was fooled, struck him out, and Baez has 1-2-3 inning against the Angels in the 6th. Bottom of the 6th is next. Still a 1-run ball game. Dodgers lead the Angels 4-3 on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Angels make a few changes as we get set to move to the bottom of the 6th. 4-3 Dodgers. Still pitching is Rasmus, and the first delivery, that one on Barnes, in there for a strike. Todd Cunningham, who was playing left, he has taken over in center. Craig Gentry has left the ball game. Nick Buss is the new left fielder. There's a breaking ball that's lifted into right center field. Let's see who's going to call for it. It'll be Cunningham, who just moved over to play center field. And Barnes is retired. That's the first out. Also, Gregorio Petit has come into the game. He replaces Cliff Pennington, who went 1 for 2 today. So new Angel shortstop in there. Seguin will be the batter for the Dodgers. He's walked, scored a run, and popped out. Here's the next pitch. That's low and away. 4-3 Dodgers here in the bottom of the 6th. The score update. It is brought to you by Experian. Get serious about your credit by visiting Experian.com. And the next delivery, that's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Outfield is shading Seguin a little bit the opposite way. He's had a couple of home runs for the Dodgers this spring. And he takes that one for a ball. 2-1 the count. Should be getting the official attendance shortly here at Camelback Ranch. We're in Glendale, and the pitch, little pop right to second. That one also cost Seguin his bat. Cracked it, and the catch made by Sherman Johnson for the second out.
Definitely. A lot of people made the trek from Southern California, many from the other side of the valley, Terry. So a lot of fans watching the Angels workout this morning also get on their highway and head over here to Glendale.
Well, I mentioned the Angels beginning tomorrow will string some home games together in Tempe, 4 in a row beginning tomorrow. Here's the next pitch. This is grounded on the right side. Long throw from the outfield. Grass is in time to get Zaraga. He doesn't run very well. He's their DH, and that will end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Rasmus. The 7th is next. It's a 4-3 Dodgers lead on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Dodgers make some changes as we go to the 7th. We'll pick those up in just a moment. Fans become a season seat holder to enjoy exclusive benefits and the same seats all season long at the greatest value. Visit angels.com/season seats for more information. So Brandon Hicks is the new third baseman for the Dodgers. Jack Murphy is behind the plate, and there's a new pitcher as well. His first pitch is chopped foul on the left side by Soto. Julio Urias is the new pitcher, and he is a very highly thought of pitcher in the Dodgers system. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses for a ball. He's only 19 years old, native of Mexico.
Rated 4th best prospect in all of baseball right now. He's from Culiacan.
And the next pitch from the lefty, that's in there. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Soto.
And the Dodgers have been asked about this kid in many potential trades. And going back to something that we said a couple of days ago, they have not departed with any of their top pitching prospects.
Here's one that's fouled back upstairs and out of play. Urias is pitching for the first time this spring. Fastball, top out around 95. Very good changeup, slider. He has a solid curveball as well. He signed with the Dodgers at age 16 out of Mexico. And the 1-2. That is a called third strike on the outside corner.
Oh, you saw that live fastball. Nice and easy delivery. Got that tall leg and just to push off and get a lot of whipping at arm speed. Just enough of a bender to get enough of the plate.
So 1 away. And this is Gregorio Petit batting. This is his first time up. And that pitch right in there for a strike.
So it's amazing now with the awareness created with baseball and young prospects coming up. The ovation he got when his name was announced.
Oh, yeah.
For a guy that's never pitched in the big leagues.
Yep.
But all created by, of course, his reputation now, and so much information out there. It's easily accessed now for fans about who he is and what he might represent for the Dodgers organization.
Urias ready, and the next one that's fouled back behind the plate. 1-2 the count.
Urias, along with other teammates, with also seen at a few basketball games at Staples Center as he was working out in Los Angeles earlier this season, earlier the year.
There's another one fouled off on the right side.
DC got to see him.
Yeah, DC used to see Yasiel Puig get a lot of Laker games this year.
And now we have the information that Darren Chan has known Trace Thompson since Trace was
middle school
age.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch, and trying to hold up on that up and in fastball was Petit, and he struck him out.
That is some serious gas right there on that fastball.
That pitch there was unhittable.
That was pretty much one that you see it so well coming out of his hand, and before you know it, it's right on you.
Yep.
Above the letters.
That's one there. There's no way you're going to be able to hit it. Take it if you're able to, and hope maybe it's called a ball, maybe a little bit high, but no chance to really get any bat on that pitch. Here's one that's fouled back behind the plate. Cunningham batting, and this one will land just below us out of play.
With his tender arm, of course, with Julio, the Dodgers have been very careful in how they spread out his innings. He's only thrown 222 career innings in the minor leagues and 56 starts. He's made 5 relief appearances. Overall record, 7 wins, 7 losses, 2.92. But he has 264 strikeouts in 222 innings.
He had an issue with his left eye, surgery just below the left eye last year, which had him sidelined a little bit. And there's one in there for a strike.
Yeah, he was actually born with an abnormality. And until he came to the U.S., and there's time in between seasons to get it all corrected. Well, the Dodgers did the right thing and make sure that was not going to be an issue later in his life.
Here's the 1-2 on Cunningham, and that one fouled off on the left side. Want to remind you, MLB.TV Premium, everything you have come to expect and more. New low price for 2016. Watch every out-of-market game of all 30 teams live on True HD on over 400 supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped foul right by the plate. Staying alive is Cunningham, who's gone 0 for 2.
Correa so far in his minor league career averaging close to 11 strikeouts per 9 innings. And only 3 walks. That's pretty respectable.
The young teenager Julio Urias is ready to strike pitch. That's lifted down the left side with foul. Back and out of play. We'll do it again. Angels and the Dodgers, the regular season Freeway Series will take place on May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th. The first 2 at Dodger Stadium. Final 2 at the Big A. And basically around mid-May we'll be done with the Dodgers as far as interleague play with them.
Right, little change from last season when they saw each other later during the year. But typically it's been around May when things have been finished off.
2-2. Another one fouled off on the right side, and that will drop out of the reach of Noel, the right fielder.
Love the vibe and the energy in those series, Terry. I mean, at Dodger Stadium and at the Big A. Some of those 3-game series at the Big A will bring well over 130,000 fans. At Dodger Stadium, over 150,000 fans. Again, these are 2 teams that combined to bring in close to 7 million fans last year in the regular season.
The Dodgers ended up winning 5 out of 6 against the Angels last year. But over the years, at least under Mike Scioscia, the Angels have had a great deal of success against the Dodgers. There's a pitch that just missed a little bit low, so it's a full count. Today's attendance, just a little over 13,000. 13,057. 13057. It is a sellout. And on the 3-2, did he go around? Yes, he did. Struck him out, and the 19-year-old left-hander impressive as he strikes out the side in his first outing this spring. 7th inning stretch time is coming up here in Glendale. It's still 4-3 Dodgers on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, and the Angels will make a few changes. New pitcher is Greg Molly, and he replaces Corey Rasmus, and Rasmus did a good job today. He faced 6 batters, retired 5 of 6.
Yeah, the best thing is, Terry, he pounded the zone.
He did.
He went out there and threw strikes with every pitch. When things were breaking well for him, made some nice changeups, and the fastball was popping.
So Molly, the new pitcher, left-hander. And he is facing Elian Herrera, who is leading things off. He's batting out a Corey Brown spot in left field. And the Angels have made a number of other changes. We'll update you on those in just a moment. Here's the next pitch on Herrera. And that's fouled off down the left side, out of play.
Terry glove man, Jeffrey Marte at first base. He's now a glove man. Kyle Kibitz at third. Jet Bandy is now behind the plate.
So that means Choi, Navarro, and Soto are no longer in the ball game. And here's the next delivery. This is lifted down the right field side, but it's going to land foul and out of play. Let's pause for stations to identify themselves on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Terry Smith, Jose Mota, Darren Chan. Great to have you spending some time with us here on this Friday. And the next pitch that's fouled off on the right side. The Angels today have had only 3 hits. And all of them came in the first inning.
How about that?
But despite that, the Angels are certainly in this ball game, trailing by just a run here. 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th. The way the Angels were swinging the bats in the first inning today against Zach Lee, you were thinking, wow, this could be a repeat of Wednesday's game when it ended up 13-13. But all of a sudden, no more hits for the Angels since the first inning.
But we were really hoping it wasn't a repeat. The runs, yes, but keep the other team off the board more. Yeah, Zach Lee really got himself straightened out. He showed the power stuff and why he is regarded so highly as a prospect.
There's a liner that's going to fall into shallow right center. That will be a base hit for Herrera.
Giannis had a nice run against the Angels ever since coming into that game over at Tempe a few days ago. Ron Renicky speaks highly of this young man whom he had as a manager with the Brewers. He says he is a perfect National League type player with all the double switches, pinch running, play you in different positions, and give you a solid at bat from both sides of the plate.
So Alex Hassan is going to bat. This is his first time up, and he takes that one for a strike. He's batting out of Micah Johnson's number 9 spot. We'll have to replace him out there at second base. There's a pickoff toss over to first base. Herrera gets back as Molly works for the Angels. This is his 4th appearance. 3 innings of work coming into today. 5 hits and 2 runs allowed. Greg Molly, SoCal native. And again, a toss over to first, and back goes Herrera.
Well, there's something new for Jeffrey Marte, who is more used to playing third base, of course, in his career. But Mike Scioscia likes with the left-handed pitchers for his first baseman not to be anchored on the bag. And Terry, if you're not paying attention, you're following the pitcher and think he's going home, you could get hurt.
There's the next one that's chopped foul by the plate. The ball might find you.
Yes, might find you in a bad spot.
That's right. Well, check out the Ram Out of Town scoreboard, and that's brought to you by the Ram 1500, available with Eco Diesel V6 that gets an estimated 29 miles per gallon highway. Visit ramtrucks.com to learn more. And in the Arizona Cactus League, we'll fill you in on the other games that are still going on. Again, a toss to first, and Herrera's back. They're in the 7th. Arizona leading Kansas City 8-0. Also in the 7th, a Reds split squad trailing the Cubs 5-3. The other Reds split squad trailing Oakland 4-3 in the 6th. Sam Fuld home run for Oakland. Seattle leads the Giants 3-2. That's in the bottom of the 7th. Hunter Pence has hit a home run in that game for San Francisco. And speaking of the Giants, we'll see them tomorrow in Tempe. Hector Santiago against Jake Peavy in that one. Texas up on Milwaukee 7-3 in the 6th inning. White Sox are blanking the Padres 8-0 in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch. This is bounced out to short. It's fielded there by Petit, who goes to the bag and fires the first base, and that'll be a double play.
So you see that pick at first base? Oh. Glove man getting it done out there.
Marte looked a little better over there on that one.
I need to play for a shortstop, and at one point I thought Petit was going to go out there and step on the bag and throw, but momentum carrying him, finding who? His second baseman right in the bag to complete it.
Angels have turned some double plays in this game. That was the third one today.
That's why they've been able, with 10 hits allowed, to keep the Dodgers off the board.
Yep, stay in the ball game. Trace Thompson is the batter. First pitch on him, a strike.
So Trace Thompson used to run around with a bat more than with a basketball, we learned too, huh?
That's right. That's low. And he also was a big Ken Griffey Jr. fan growing up, like the Mariners, even though he's from SoCal, Santa Margarita High School.
New Hall of Famer number 24. When you said junior, everybody knew who you were talking about.
Here's the next pitch, and that is low. The other game going on in the Cactus League, Colorado has a 2-0 lead against the Indians in the bottom of the 7th. The Rockies are on their 4th pitcher in that ball game, and so far they're combining for a perfect game against Cleveland in the bottom of the 7th. So they've pitched the perfect game through 7. Cleveland is the visiting team in that one. 2-2 the count.
Cactus League. There's a very good chance it doesn't end that way. But nice job through 7.
Well, here's the next pitch. That's hit well into left center field. Cunningham is chasing, so is Buss. And out on the warning track, making the catch is Todd Cunningham to end the inning. Thompson gave it a ride, but he's retired. So are the Dodgers here in the bottom of the 7th. So 8th inning is coming up. Angels trail by a run 4-3 on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Fans, here's the deal for you. $19.95 gets you Proactive plus a rotating deep cleansing brush. It's valued at $45. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you'll get your money back. Call 1-800-644-5944. That's 1-800-644-5944.
Well, this may not be good for the Angels, Terry, but we're both pretty happy to see Julio Urias out there on the mound again.
And the lefty who struck out the side in order in The top of the 7th begins the 8th inning for the Dodgers.
That fastball has a lot of life for a smooth, clean delivery for a youngster.
Here's the next pitch. Grounded sharply and through. That'll be a leadoff base hit.
See, Marta says not for me. He was right on that. Nice job for Jeffrey.
So that is just the 4th Angel hit and the first one since the 1st inning. It starts off the 8th, and just like that, the Angels have the potential tying run on at first base. See how Mike Socia elects to play it here.
So we have David Fletcher.
Yeah, he is up from minor league camp, and he will be the batter. Right-handed hitter. Fletcher, so far this spring, 1 at bat, 1 hit, and an RBI.
There you go, Mike. Let him swing the bat. Happy to be here on this roster today, and the always recognizable double ear flap on the helmet just tells you where he began the day.
So Fletcher digs in against Urias, and the pitch. That's a little bit low. Alex Hassan has stayed in the game. He's in left, and Elian Herrera has stayed in the game. He's now playing second.
Angels made some moves after yesterday's ballgame, including sending down Roberto Baldoquin down to minor league camp, among others. Baldoquin looked really good.
Here's one chopped foul on the left side. David Fletcher, who's batting, was born in Orange. He lives in Cyprus, and he went to Loyola Marymount. Also Cyprus High School. Played at Orem and Class A Burlington last season.
I'm sure he's got many people that follow him. Very happy to see him here on this roster and getting a chance to play with the big boys.
6th round pick of the Angels last June. And he drives that one into center field. That ball's hit well, and it's by Trace Thompson over his head. Ball goes all the way out to the wall. Being waved home is Marte, and Fletcher, he's been up twice this spring with 2 hits and his second RBI. We're tied at 4.
Happy for the young man.
There was nothing cheap about that. That ball was really hit.
What a nice job getting on top of a fastball. And when you see the center fielder turn his back and say, well, I'm not going to get this one, of course you get mightily excited. He get on top of that fastball so well with a top hand. And he was so excited he stumbled going around second base. He had to cut down on his attempt to try to go to third. Good job.
So now the Angels have it tied up and have the potential go-ahead run in scoring position. Nick Buss is the batter. This is his first at bat. He's hitting out of Cliff Pennington's leadoff spot, and Buss showed signs of bunting. Takes the pitch for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
So there's a secret weapon for late in the ball games off the bench. His name is David Fletcher.
There's the pitch taken for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Fletcher who got that RBI double. Young infielder in the Angels system, and gotta like what you've seen from him in very limited playing time this spring.
Yes, so he'd about really make contact in the ball jumping off the bat.
There's one that runs the count to 2 balls, 1 strike on Buss. He's had 6 hits and 11 at bats with 3 RBIs this spring.
Yeah, Mike Socia pretty much saying find the way to get him over. Play baseball here.
And he bunts one but fouls it off over on the left side. So it's 2-2, a lefty-lefty matchup. Rafael Ortega waiting on deck. Well, the Angels have been very quiet offensively coming into this inning, but shaking it up a little bit in this inning against the teenager Urias. And the pitch, it's fouled back to the screen. Big crowd, sellout crowd. Second sellout the Dodgers have had in the Cactus League here at Camelback Ranch.
So we got 13,000 plus.
Yeah. 2-2. This is lifted in the air into left center field. It's hit well, chasing hard after it is Thompson out there can't make the catch. Fletcher is being waved around. He will score, and the Angels are up 5-4. That's an RBI triple for Buss.
Well. Urias breezed through that first inning of work in the 7th, struck out the side, and now these youngsters off the bench, started with Marte, are letting him know the mistake of the mistake right over the plate. Well, against a lefty, he could not get the breaking ball over. Nice piece of hitting.
So in this inning, single, double, triple, couple runs, and the Angels are back on top in this ball game, leading it 5-4, and a chance to get some more with a runner at third and nobody out. See how Mike Scioscia plays it here with Ortega at the plate. He's had an 0-for-2 day with a bunt.
Nothing fancy here.
Here's the pitch, and he was showing some signs, at least bluffing if nothing else, as far as a bunt. Takes it for ball 1.
Perhaps looking for a safety squeeze. Dodgers infield, of course, halfway here with nobody out. You don't want to give up too much ground either.
Caleb Cowart waiting on deck and swinging at that one, fouling it off is Ortega. 1-1 to count. Second meeting this spring between these two teams, and they've been close ball games. Here's the pitch. That's up and in. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Urias, as mentioned, goes and breezes through his first inning, striking out the side. All of a sudden, he is at 35 pitches. The Angels laying off that high fastball that ate up a couple of guys in that first inning.
Dodgers have. Ortega should bunt there, takes that pitch high. 3-1.
Yeah, right away you saw the right side of the infield quickly anticipating a safety squeeze and charging in as soon as he showed bunt.
Lefty-lefty matchup. 3-1 delivery. There is a bunt, but it's fouled off right near home plate.
I don't like that play right there. 3-1? No. Nope. I want to see this guy swing the bat. Got nobody out. He got halfway in the infield. Well, Mike Scioscia likes to work on things, but I think Ortega's at a point now where he's showing the ability to handle the bat. And 3-1 is way too good of a hitting count against a guy like Urias. Let him swing.
So the payoff on its way, and he fights that one off, fouls it back on the left side out of play. They have the infield in and the outfield not too deep. Full count on Ortega, and here's the next pitch. He walks him. It was high.
There's that high fastball again. Nice job. Discipline all the way around by these Angels hitters here.
So Urias is not retired, a batter here. And now it looks like they are going to make a pitching change. He will be lifted. So he had a very good 7th inning against the Angels. Not nearly as good here in the 8th. We have a break in the action, a pitching change. When we get back, Angels will be batting and leading 5-4 when we resume the 8th inning on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. New pitcher for the Dodgers, former Royal Louis Coleman, who the Dodgers claimed off the waiver wire last month. And here's the pitch. That's chopped foul by Caleb Cowart, who's batting. Fouls the first pitch off. Cowart for strike one. No balls and one strike.
Coleman, he's got some funky delivery in him. Totally across his body. Not going to overpower you, but he does provide so many moving parts that he will hide the ball very well.
There's a pickoff toss over to first, and diving back goes Ortega.
He's got that Jared Weaver landing way over on the third base side of the mound.
Coleman has had a couple of scoreless innings so far for the Dodgers this spring. Has that slinging crossfire delivery that Jose alluded to. And the pitch, runner goes, and that one is tipped foul by Cowart. He went after the pitch, so it's no balls, 2 strikes. Coleman in only 4 games for Kansas City last year, but that's enough to get him a World Series ring, Jose.
Oh, yes, it is. Big lead at first.
Here's the next pitch, and on the 0-2, that one is cut on and missed, and Cowart is a strikeout victim. That's the first out. Jet Bandy will be the next Angel batter. So Bandy is hitting out a Choi's spot, and G-Man Choi went 1 for 2 today. Bandy the batter. And as far as the young Angel catcher, 3 for 5 this spring. He's looking for his first RBI.
It's a good chance here that he's going to get it.
Fly ball deep enough to the outfield, gets a run in. There goes the runner at first. Pitches strike. Now the throw to second. Now breaking for the plate and coming in is the runner from third base as Bus scores. The ball gets away now at second. And moving on to third base will be Ortega. Well, the Angels did a good job right there. A steal of home, and now it's 6-4.
But a good old double steal and putting pressure on the Dodgers defense. Unable, the Dodgers defense, especially second baseman Elian Herrera, to field the ball cleanly. As he attempted to come home, he lost track of the baseball, could not grip it. Then on his throw to second base, he is not able to make a good throw. Alert base running all the way around from Bus to Ortega.
So they keep the infield in.
Ortega with a steal at second.
Here's the pitch.
Bus scores.
Bandy takes that one on the outside corner.
Allows Ortega to reach third.
An error will be charged on that play as well against Herrera, and that was allowing Ortega to get the extra base, go from first to third as it comes out on the double steal. Here's a pitch that's high.
So we understand that Bus scores on a fielder's choice and no stolen base, according to what we just heard.
Well, I don't know.
He was breaking.
Yeah, I don't know how you cannot give him a...
He was attempting to steal home, and he did. He was safe.
Here's the next pitch. That's grounded down the third base side, and in a rundown now between third and home is Ortega. He breaks back towards home, and they will get the tag on him. So they end up getting Ortega in that rundown. Brandon Hicks, the third baseman, applied the tag on him. It'll be a fielder's choice. Bandy on at first base. It remains 6-4 Angels.
And Bandy now the fastest of base runners, but with so many throws and the job Ortega did staying in that rundown, he has to be at second base.
That play will go 5-2-5 on the fielder's choice. It gets Ortega in the rundown between third and home. At the plate now is Kubica, and he's batting for the first time. Takes ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Kubica's hitting out a Soto spot, and Giovanni went 1 for 3 with a 3-run first inning homer. Here's the next pitch. Cut and a miss. So Nick Buss got the RBI triple.
Let's just say it. He stole home, Terry.
Right, and that gave the Angels the lead, and then I'm giving them a steal of home as well to add to the lead.
Yes.
You can say whatever you want about that. The guy stole home.
He was coming home. When the throw was released from the catcher, he was coming home. He did not wait for that ball to be mishandled at second base for him to decide to come home.
Exactly right. And the ball was mishandled really by Herrera because he saw Buss breaking for the plate.
There he handled.
Yeah, clear as day. There's a cut and a miss by Kubica. He had a tough at bat there against Coleman, and the inning is over. So Coleman comes in, does a pretty good job. He strikes out 2 of the 3 that he faces. But the Angels come up with a pair here in the inning. Angels actually hit 3 in the inning to take the 6-4 lead. We are headed now to the bottom of the 8th. 6-4 Angels on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, the Angels will use pitcher number 5 of the day, Yunieski Maya, who we've seen a little bit this spring, will take over. And as far as this appearance, this will be his 3rd, and he's worked 3 scoreless innings. See what else the Angels have done out there defensively.
Fletcher at short, and Petit now moves over to second base.
So Maya is ready to go. And the first pitch, that one is in there for a called strike. Well, during the half-inning break, they had a scoring change, and they will give Nick Buss the steal of home.
He did the right thing.
Justice has been served today, Jose.
Terry, as you always say, the official scores also are in spring training mode.
That's right.
Maya, as Terry and I were talking here off air, has to be hitting spots for him to be successful. Not going to overpower you, but he can throw everything at you for a strike.
The Cuban native delivers high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Culberson is the batter.
They call him the Warrior, El Guerrero.
And here's the next pitch. That is on the outside corner. Struck him out looking.
That's his game.
So that is only the 2nd strikeout against the Dodgers, and both of them have come against Culberson since he came into the game. 1 gone, 6-4 Angels, bottom of the 8th. The bottom of the 8th inning, well, it's being brought to you by our friends at Rotolo Chevrolet in Fontana. Rotolo Chevrolet is pursuing excellence every day. You can visit them at rotolo.com. That's rotolo.com. Here's Cody Bellinger batting for the first time. He takes ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Maya pitched in South Korea last year. Former major leaguer. And the pitch in there for a called strike.
That made the most money he's ever made in any season out there.
Here comes the 1-1. And that one is low. He has pitched in the big leagues 2010, 2011, and 2013 with the Washington Nationals. Just one career victory in the majors, only 16 games in the big leagues. There's a pitch that's low and inside. 3-1 on Bellinger. Bellinger is hitting out a Puig spot. Yasiel Puig went 1 for 3. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Grounded sharply. That's a foul ball on the right side.
There's a beautiful swing by this young player. Who's really caught our eyes. Father, Terry knows him well, former player. Clay Bellinger.
Yep. Saw Clay Bellinger one season in the Yankees system in AAA. He played all 9 positions in one game.
Nice. Wipeout game?
That's right. That was by design near the end of the season, if my memory serves me right. And you see that happen occasionally in minor league games. Kind of a neat thing for the fans that are in attendance there when they start to pick up on what's going on. Yeah. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count on Cody Bellinger. Maya's payoff pitch. A big cut and a miss. He struck him out. Boy, Bellinger took a big swing at that one. Back-to-back strikeouts for Maya. And now the second out. Rico Noel will be the batter for the first time today.
A big swing. Looking for something to go deep there. Bellinger played right into Maya's strengths. Took care of the youngster quickly.
Cody Bellinger, who just struck out, he can play first base and the outfield. And when you look at the top position players in the Dodgers organization, he's probably in the top 3 or 4 in their system right now.
And Cody is a local product. He was born in Chandler, Arizona.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high. It misses for a ball. The speedy Rico Noel at the plate. Here's the next pitch. Fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. Fans, don't forget the Angels return to the Big A for exhibition games against these Dodgers on Saturday, April the 2nd. And then an exhibition game against the Chicago Cubs on Sunday, April the 3rd. You can get tickets at angels.com. Here's the next pitch. A little bit low. Angels will also play a couple of exhibition games against the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium when we break camp here
you talk about
in Arizona.
Here comes an exhibition game also in Salt Lake City coming up soon for the Angels.
That is absolutely right. Here's the next pitch. Fly ball hit to left. Nick Buss is there, backpedaling a little bit. Under, he'll put it away. Maya has a clean bottom of the 8th inning against the Dodgers, so that means we're headed to the 9th. Angels on top 6-4 on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. Drip. Ninth inning and a new pitcher for the Dodgers. Their 7th of the day. His name is Jacob Rame. Spells the last name R-H-A-M-E. He pitched last year in A-ball and Double-A.
He's got a good arm.
He's a right-hander.
Well over a strikeout an inning last year in the minor leagues.
And he's facing Gregorio Petit. First pitch was a ball. This one is fouled back behind the plate. Today's game being brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger is all about. Todd Cunningham, who's played the whole game for the Angels, waiting on deck. Here's a bouncing ball hit to short. Culberson has it. His throw a little bit low, but boy, a nice scoop there by Bellinger at first base. One away. 6-3 on the ground out. Todd Cunningham is 0 for 3 this afternoon. Crowd thinning out just a bit.
Hey, it's time to line up dinner here in the Valley. It's going to be a little crowded all over here tonight.
There's one that bounces in for a ball.
Kids are getting tired, Terry. They want some pool time.
1 ball, no strikes, the count. And here's the next pitch. That's ripped down the right field side. Down in the right field corner. It's going to bounce all the way out to the fence. Going into second is Cunningham. He can really run, so he won't stop there. He's headed to third, and he is there with a triple. Angels have had a couple of those today. Todd Cunningham's first hit for extra bases this afternoon, and now a chance to bring him in with 1 out. Marte will be the next batter.
Angels driving the ball so well, Terry, as you mentioned, the first batter. Pennington hit a double. Then in the first inning, we also saw the home run from Soto. The doubles and the triples, hard contact all around here.
So here is Marte. They bring the infield in. Rame's pitch. That is a strike on the outside corner.
Well, Marte's the one that got it going against Julio Urias in that 8th inning. Turning on a fastball in the mid-90s for a single to left field.
Here's the next delivery, a cut and a miss. So very quickly in the hole is Jeffrey Marte. No balls, 2 strikes. Rame is in his 3rd spring appearance for the Dodgers. Couple of scoreless innings coming into today. And the 2-strike pitch. That's line just foul down the left side. Want to remind you to keep up to date on all things Angels baseball by liking and following the Angels on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find out how to follow your favorite Angels players at angels.com/connect. Here's one foul back upstairs. And what's going on today in exhibition action in both the Cactus League and
right, Terry. Today's a big day for
Grapefruit League.
Snapchat.
There you go.
And some dugouts, players were allowed to have their phones and participate in the MLB Snapchat promotion.
Blowing outside. So that was in the dugouts during the game?
During the game, as long as the managers okayed it.
Well, I haven't seen any of the Angel players with the cell phones going.
I just said as long as the big man allowed it.
There's one that's what big man? Who are you referring to there?
Talking to the bosses, the field boss.
That one is fouled back by Marte on the right side. Couldn't quite see where that one landed, but I guess a fan made a pretty good play. Or paid the price, one or the other. Here's the next pitch. Marte with a little slap shot in the gap in right center, and it's going to fall in. He is headed for second. Ball bobbled a little bit by Noel. Marte is going to head on to third base, and the throw is late. He gets there safely. 7-4 Angels. That'll be an RBI double, and then I guess an error will be charged against Noel for fumbling around with the ball out there in right center.
Jeffrey Marte does it again, this time with 2 strikes. not fooled by the outer part of the play. That pitch was tailing away. Does a good job protecting, and he's strong enough to drive it in that gap and alert enough to not give up on the play.
So the Angels scoring the late runs in this ball game, now lead by 3 and threatening to get more with 1 out, a runner at third. There's a ground ball, base hit by the third baseman Brandon Hicks. That's another hit for Fletcher. They can't get him out this spring, and he has his second RBI double in 2 innings. And now the Angels have doubled up the Dodgers. It's 8-4.
Go to work, kid. 2 for 2, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. Overall in the spring now 3 for 3 for David Fletcher. Another Angels hitter that absolutely turns on a good fastball.
David Fletcher getting on the radar screen. And he is a player in the Angels system when you look at the entire system. Even though he's yet to play a full season in the minors, he's one of the better Angel prospects, according to many. And the pitch. That one is fouled off at the plate. Bus batting, the count 0-1.
The best way, Terry, as you mentioned, get on that radar screen. Any chance you get, you play well. Paper might say one thing, and the MLB prospect list might say one thing, but between the white lines, you show it.
Here's one that's hit on the right side. It's fielded by the first baseman Bellinger. He will solo to the bag, and that will be the second out. Buss is retired unassisted play. Fletcher goes over to third base on that one. And the batter now is going to be Ortega. He's gone all the way today in right field for the Angels. David Fletcher is a young player. Some people have kind of pinned the David Eckstein comparison to him.
Hey, man, the attitude, just from what we've seen, he is a gamer.
Yeah.
Grind it out.
Here's the pitch. That's fouled off on the left side, and I'm sure Fletcher, growing up in Southern California, likes to hear something like that. I'm sure he's well aware of David Eckstein.
Got to.
Yeah.
Came to the ballpark looking for tools from David Eckstein. You were not going to find it. But the heart, oh yes.
Here's a bunt on the third base side, fielded by the pitcher Rame, and the throw just in time to nip Ortega. And that is how the inning will end. But the Angels come away with 2 more runs in the inning. And the Angels will take an 8-4 lead to the bottom of the 9th on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West. So we go to the bottom of the ninth inning, and the first pitch on its way from right-hander Yunieski Maya. He's pitching in his second inning now. That one is in there on Hicks for strike one. No balls, one strike. 8-4 Angels. Dodgers have out hit the Angels 10-9, but the Angels have doubled them up as far as the runs. And there's a pitch that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hicks is batting for the first time in the game, hitting out a Barnes spot, the number 5 spot for the Dodgers today. And Maya's next pitch fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Maya had a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th with a pair of strikeouts. Maya can get a save in this game. Here comes the 1-2, and that is down the middle. Called third strike, struck him out looking. So the Dodgers have 2 more outs at their disposal. Jack Murphy will be the batter. This is going to be his first at bat. He's hitting out of Seguin's number 6 spot. Here's the pitch. Left-handed batter takes it for a strike. Fans, spring training baseball is live with MLB.com at-bat app. Stay connected all spring with radio broadcasts, video highlights, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your smartphone or tablet. Jose is headed downstairs. He will be joining Angels manager Mike Scioscia once the game wraps up. 1-1 pitch on Murphy. Bounces it on the first base side right at Marte. He will field, and that is the second out. An assisted play for the Angels first baseman. 1 more out to go. Kyle Farmer is now going to bat, and this will be his first at bat today. He's batting out of Zaraga's DH spot. Zaraga went 2 for 3. So 1 more out needed to wrap this one up. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Farmer is a catcher by trade, the pinch hitter here. Went to the University of Georgia. And there's one that's low. Kyle Farmer, mentioned a catcher in the Dodgers system. He played a lot of shortstop in college for the Georgia Bulldogs, but now behind the plate. 1-1 pitch. That's hit in the air down the right field side. Chasing after it is Ortega down in the right field corner. He is going to make the grab on that one as he went in foul ground. He kind of disappeared from our view. He holds on, makes the catch, and then throws the ball to some Angels fans out beyond the wall in right center field. The game ends on that fly out to the Angels right fielder. So good job by Maya, and a nice win for the Angels today. Game saw the Angels score 3 in the first inning, and then the bats went very quiet until the 8th, when the Angels got 3 in the top of the 8th and 2 more in the 9th, and come away with the victory here today over the Dodgers by the final of 8-4. Mentioned Jose will be joined by Angels manager Mike Scioscia once we have the congratulatory high fives as the Angels players are walking off the field right now, coming away with the victory and a nice comeback win, as it turns out, after going up 3-0. The Angels fell behind 4-3 and rally for the victory today here at Camelback Ranch. Jose is standing by. He is with Angels manager Mike Scioscia. Everyone is positioned correctly, and Jose, it's down to you.
Thanks, Terry. Mike, you see Nick Tropiano miss a lot over the plate. In your evaluation, what are the things he needs to get better at?
Well, we'll go back and review the film tomorrow morning and see where it was. It didn't look like he was missing much, Hosey, but he definitely had a little trouble this afternoon putting some guys away, gave some counts back. His stuff looked good, and, Nick, he got to be where he needed to be.
As you keep a close eye on your catchers, what are the things you like him more and more about the offensive side and defensive side of Giovanni Soto?
Well, he can do what he did today. He has a chance to hit the ball over the fence. Really good in situation. Can move some runners. I really like behind the plate the way he's taking charge, and he worked well with Nick about keeping him in the game. The results weren't as good, but the process was there.
Offensive, you talked to the young players about the importance of running the base as well, putting the ball in play. What did you like about the guys off the bench and what they did there at the end?
Oh, that was fun to watch. They were running the bases like demons the last couple innings, and you see a kid like Fletch come up and get 2 key hits. That was fun to watch. But we did some things we're going to need to do during the season, so it's a good game for us.
Mike, thank you.
Okay, Ozzy, thank you.
Terry, as always, safe drive to the East Valley, my friend.
You got it. Thanks, Jose. The Angels with the victory. An 8-4 win today against the Dodgers here at Camelback Ranch. For those of you watching on TV, Jose and Alex Curry will have a lot more post-game analysis. And we'll have more for you on the radio side from Glendale as well. 8-4 Angels come away with the victory on the Angels Baseball Radio Network and Fox Sports West.